When is a good time to refinance your mortgage? When interest rates drop, the first thing that pops into most people's head is, maybe I should refinance. And that may be true, but it may not be true. Today, we're talking all about refinancing. Should you refinance now or wait? How often can you refinance? The reasons you may want to refinance and more. So let's dive right into it. Should I refinance when interest rates drop? That is a loaded question because the answer isn't easy. I'm often asked, is there a particular amount that my rate should drop in order to have it make sense? Well, it really depends on what type of refinance you're doing and what your end goal is. So for example, if your 100% of your goal is just to reduce the interest rate, you're not paying mortgage insurance, you don't need cash out, you're in a fixed rate currently. If that's the scenario, then I would say realistically, look at about your interest rate dropping 0.5% or more. That is at least something that you'll want to talk to an experienced lender, have them run the numbers, and evaluate what is truly the impact on your payment, your loan amount, as well as the break-even point for the cost that you're going to pay for the refinance. So in general, how much of a drop in rate makes it worth it? Well, again, it really depends, but on average, I'd say about 0.5% in rate. But first, let's talk about the cost of your refinance. This is going to vary based on a lot of different factors: your credit score, the type of refinance you're doing, what the actual closing costs are, what the escrow impounds are going to be to set up your new escrow account, and if you're paying discount points. So in our world, when we are talking with our clients about refinancing, I'm a firm believer in being very transparent with the numbers so people really understand what's driving the new loan amount. Are they paying discount points, which is a cost to buy the interest rate down? Does it make sense to pay discount points? All of that goes on, believe it or not, when somebody's evaluating a refinance. Today, when you're considering a refinance, it's more than just the interest rate reduction, though. There are things such as maybe you're paying mortgage insurance, and maybe your home is appreciated like so many homes across the country over the last couple of years, just based on the market. The market value is likely higher today than what you paid for it a couple years ago when you bought the house. So if you purchased with a low down payment mortgage and you're paying mortgage insurance, this is a fantastic time to consider refinancing, maybe dropping that interest rate a little bit, as well as being able to eliminate the mortgage insurance. But we find most often our clients are interested in really understanding how to leverage their home loan and their newfound equity. And so that conversation will lead us to really better understanding what's going on in our client's personal scenario. How much debt do they have? Are they paying on student loans? Do they have any other outstanding debt that a cash out refinance might help them to better position their debt load, their debt balance, as well as cash flow on a monthly basis? So when considering refinancing, it's not just about the interest rate. Talking to an experienced mortgage lender that can listen and best understand your particular scenario and help put together a financing strategy that helps you achieve your goals is really the answer to, should you refinance now? Maybe, maybe not. Talk to an experienced lender. They're going to be able to really navigate and tell you, yes, it makes sense. No, it doesn't. And here's why. The other thing too is keep in mind, if you're going through a divorce, we find this quite often today where a couple purchased a home together and now they're divorcing, and one party wants to keep the house and buy out the other party, which means that they need to take some of that equity and give it to the soon-to-be spouse or the ex-spouse at this point. That's another reason why refinancing may make sense. And the interest rate of the refinance maybe doesn't matter because it could be a court order that the refinance be done. So lots of moving pieces. I'm always hesitant to answer the question of, should I refinance now? The actual answer is, it depends. It depends on your particular scenario and what your goals are. So talk to an experienced lender. They're going to be able to ask you the right questions and help you put together a financing strategy that makes sense. How often can you refinance your mortgage? The answer really depends on the type of home loan that you're using. In general, you want to be cognizant of refinancing too often because in most cases you're paying closing costs every time you refinance. So we want to be very strategic with the reason why you're refinancing and what the next refinance might be and why you would be doing that. Let's say that you refinanced a year and a half ago, and maybe you refinanced to a great interest rate at that point in time. Well, today, interest rates could be lower than what you're paying. So again, it's going to get back into, does it make sense to refinance again? Maybe, or maybe not. That's really where you've got to talk through the details of your particular scenario. But you can refinance again if you've, let's say, refinanced 6 months ago or more. You certainly can refinance again, take a look at it, and really kind of get a general idea of the benefit of refinancing. Heaven knows we don't want you out there just refinancing when it's not cost effective or doesn't make sense for you and what your goals are. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please take a moment to do so. It would mean so much to me. I want people to really be informed, whether they're buying a home or refinancing a home. Just getting the information they need is what this channel is all about. So please subscribe and become part of this community. If you learned something today, please give this video a like. And if you have questions, comment below. See you next time.